This world don't change so much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This world don't change since I've been culture.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a collective reading for the full moon in Leo, which is on February 5th at 10:29 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust for your time zone wherever you are in the world. First of all, happy Black History Month, everybody. Super stoked to celebrate my people and our rich and resilient history, and also just to revel in Black joy all month, all year, for our whole lives. I love y'all. I love us. And onward, upward, let's do this thing. So this full moon energy is really exciting to me. So I'm on probably I'm on 15 right now. Plus my birthday's coming up. So bear with me, y'all. We're going to get through this together. But first and foremost, I just want to thank you guys for being here with me. I was doing a little bit of administrative work over this past week, and there over 300 people have booked a personal reading with me in some capacity, whether that be just a text message or really sitting down and spending time with me in a soul purpose session, or just a 1 hour general reading. And I just appreciate you guys so much. It blew my mind when I saw that number, because it's not just that there are 300 unique individuals that have trusted me enough to come sit down with me. It's that you trust me over and over again. So many of you have come back more than once, and I'm going to get emotional, but I just appreciate you. I appreciate you trusting me and rocking with me, and let's just keep pushing forward. I'm excited to be here with you. It is always my blessing and my honor to be able to serve and offer any sort of clarity and guidance that my guides and the Most High have sent me here to be able to do. So thank you so much. And thank you so much for being here in this reading and on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I would really appreciate it. You can also follow me on Instagram and join us over on Patreon. Thank you to my patrons. Shout out to Goonie for the little lighting tutorial. I really appreciate you, G. And we're going to get it together. We're working on it. We'll see how it goes. It's only going to get better and better, y'all. So rock with me. Thank you. So for this Leo full moon, it's kind of like the start button after the Great Reset, right? It almost feels like we're going back to January of 2019. This energy feels very similar to that energy, ripe with possibility. And then we all know what happened sort of as we got deeper into 2019, into 2020. So it feels like, if you had been on a particular trajectory, in 2019, perhaps there was a falling apart, only for something really beautiful and exciting to come together later on in the year, and then to be put on hold, right? As we experienced what essentially is the Great Reset of our time in the pandemic, right? So it feels like at this time, in this full moon in Leo energy, it's almost like hitting start. We unplugged it and or push the restart button on the game console, or it's a return to factory settings is how they're giving it to me. It's a return to factory settings. And so what do we do with this clean slate and with this fresh start, and how do we get there, right? It feels almost a little bit like it's a little bit jolting. It's as if when the power goes off and it comes back on and everything that was plugged in turns on at the same time. It's jolting, right? And so one of the things we're being asked to do in this energy is kind of temper the dramatics of the moment and find yourselves in flow, knowing that all of these little mini earthquakes, or sometimes like big earthquakes that are happening in our lives, are really like sort of a leveling out here for us in this moment. Not a great time for manifesting, but a really good time for being open, and for taking action on opportunities as they present themselves to you. Opportunities to let things go, opportunities to move forward, and opportunities to just be hopeful about what's to come. Right? So let's go ahead and just hop into it. Let's get a little bit of reading going. I've been talking for 5 minutes. My bad, Joe. We're going to start with the wisdom of the oracle. And then I've got a couple other decks. But it feels good. Like, I feel really good. I mean, I'm excited. And it's not easy to get me excited. I mean, yes, it is. Come on, y'all see me. And one card popped out and I'm wilding. But let's see. Messages for the collective for the full moon in Leo, please. I think it's the Y card. And then you have imagine. Imagine what, imagine how amazing it's about to be. Like, with like just a clean slate, pure energy. It feels almost like fresh blanket of snow, right? And it's like, okay, you get to take the first step onto it. You get to hear that first crunch, that very satisfying real life ASMR crunch. It's like all of that belongs to you, and you kind of know it. And it's here. It's like also being like lifted up by this moon. This person's being lifted up by this moon, being elevated into new consciousness and new awarenesses. Okay, and then these, wow. You have the Y card. Maybe, it's entirely possible that you get over the why now. Like, you get over trying to like understand why things are happening. I'm looking at 444 could be important. But it's like, maybe you're like, you know what? I don't need to know why. I am just going to trust that whatever the reason is, it's for my highest and greatest good, and that, I am working in tandem with the divine in order to create the life that I desire and deserve, right? It's like enough with the whys, because the whys kind of leave you stuck in this loop, right? This loop of sort of needing something outside of yourself to reconcile the past, and you don't. It's okay to leave it and then build forward. It's okay to leave it and then build forward. Sometimes the why, the questioning, will just trip you up and sort of leave you in the same cycle. So like, if you're trying to like ask yourself like, dang, why didn't I get that opportunity, or why didn't that work out, or why am I having such a hard time like sort of getting footing in a certain area? Don't worry about the why. Know that if you keep sort of just working forward toward your ultimate goal, that you're probably being saved from things. That's been coming out a lot in these readings. Like, it's like almost like you may never know why, but you just got to know that it's for the best. It's definitely for the best. Okay, so let's see. Because if it's not happening, it's not meant to happen. Like, if it's not happening, it's not the right thing. It's not in alignment. The why is above your pay grade. Wow. Wow. Yeah, just sort of just stay in motion. I hope you guys can see that. Just stay in motion here. This is another 4 card, 22. A lot of 4s. Just keep going, right? Keep imaginating your future. Is that a word? Imagining. Keep imagining your future. Keep visualizing. Keep envisioning where you're going, where you're headed, and then like sort of like you can put the practical steps, like the again building forward, the working in tandem with the energy instead of like this questioning is a form of resistance. This kind of questioning here is a form of resistance because the answer is because, you know, the divine said so, because that's how it has to happen, because that's how it's written in the book, right? So like stop. It's not for you, right? And so then now it's like just for you to chart, like to keep moving forward, and then also stay open, right? Stay open to the wonder and the marvels that are just sort of like, it's way bigger than you, right? And the why keeps you grounded in this like 3D reality when really what's happening is so grandiose. What's being drawn into your life is so grand that like wow, this is cool. You got bravery and sacrifice, oceans and bull. You have to be willing, you have to be brave enough, you have to be courageous enough to let the old thing go, to sacrifice the thing that you know, to welcome in the change. And I promise you it's another 4 card. Look at this. All these 4s. You've got 40, 31, 40, 22. Jeez. Right? 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. 4 is about building. 4 is about balance, stable energy. And it's like these changes. These changes have to come because I don't know if you guys can see that, but like the buildings sort of in this cityscape there are like they're falling down. They're old. It's kind of like a forgotten city is what it looks like to me. And so all these all this lightning, all this change is coming in to like sort of give you the fresh start, the clean plank, the clean slate. The clear plot on which to build, on which to co-create. Where you can be open enough to welcome in, to bring into your life these sort of like cosmic and almost like they're saying you keep imagining, but what's coming in is like unimaginable. So you just have to know that. You just have to be open to how big that is, right? You just have to be open to how big that is. And know that all this stuff that's being sort of broken down, that's being broken, like it's already broken down, that's being sort of, it's being removed, transmuted. Thank you. Everything that's being transmuted, all of the decay that's being transmuted, all of the dysfunction, because none of these buildings are functional. You can't live in them. They're not providing any shelter, safety, protection. None of that is there, right? That's all being it's all being moved for you. It's all being moved for you to welcome in this cosmic possibility. Okay, we're gonna use the Luna Soul. Messages for Leo Moon. Thank you. Wow. Okay. That was the Hermit card that fell on the floor. You've got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Standing in your power. Gracefully too, on one leg, right? It's almost like you have taken this time, giving yourself some time to come back into your light, understand, it's almost like an integration period where you take the lessons, right? You take the lessons, right? Not the reason for the lessons. Like you don't need the why. You just need to know sort of what happened and how you were changed and affected, right? And you integrate it. Integration of the shadow, so that then you can release these shanties that are already falling down. They're falling down. There are structures that are falling down around you that you can that now you are clear to release. Because you've integrated the lesson, and you're like, okay, well now I have all these extra tools. It's almost like the integration of the lesson is when I guess Zelda, where you're walking along, you get all of that, you get all the tools, you collect things as you go along, and you look what you have so much, right? And so this next part is almost like you're going to make it look easy. You're going to make it look easy. It wasn't easy to get here, though. It wasn't easy to get here to a point where you could allow for where you could let go of the buildings, the structures, the forgotten city. It's not forgotten because you couldn't let go of it, right? But it was fallen. A fallen city, I guess. Okay, so let's see what else came out. King of Swords. Got the King of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Three of Swords, wow, letting it go, and then the King of Wands, nice. Integration, right? The King of Swords is sort of like stands in his truth, right? Has a lot of integrity. Knows a lot, right? The Hermit and the King of Swords, like the understanding of the understanding of self, the new understanding of self that you are coming into right now it's huge. It's a brand new expression, and it's almost like there's this realization that that the fallen city, you gotta let it. It's time to let it go. It's time to release it, because holding on to it is only continuing to bring sorrow, bring an energy. It's keeping you separate. It's keeping your heart disintegrated, right? And you realize, like, oh no, I need the fullness of my light in order to move into this next phase. I need the fullness of my light, because if I don't have the fullness of my light, right, then I'm like missing out on things. They're all like, the sun is outside here. The sun is outside. The cup that runneth over is above, is out of reach. Right? And it's because this person hasn't come into their light yet. And you're like, oh no, I can't stay in this state of disintegration. I can't stay in this state of like constant disappointment or constant feeling like grief or sorrow or sadness, or just like not whole, like not feeling like yourself. Knowing that, like, when you are feeling like your whole, like your heart is like, like coming together, like it's not being torn in a million different places trying to hold all these structures together, right? It's like when you don't have that, when you don't have all those things ripping at you, then you're able to take action. Then you're able to stand on your word. Standing on your word, right? Then you're able to sort of move in your life with authority. To lead with love, to lead from the light space. They're playing, it's Erykah Badu. No, you won't. You won't be naming no buildings after me to go down dilapidated. Those buildings are going down dilapidated, and I think part of the reason that you're holding on to them is possibly because you feel like you put your name on, it, you stamped it, you signed it, you were like this is it, and it's not it, and you know it's not it. But you gotta let that thing go so that you can get to the thing that really is it, right? Temper the dramatics. It doesn't have to be a whole show. It doesn't have to be a whole show. Because it's like, you know very clearly. Some of you know exactly what you're going to do next, exactly where you go next, exactly what it is that you do want. Some of you are very clear on that. It's very clear to you that, like, there's something much bigger, there's something much more aligned that wants to come into you, or that you're being drawn to, right? That you are being compelled by, right? Some of you, it's like a new muse. That's how I'm getting it, like a new muse. But it's like holding on to them buildings. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, holding on to the buildings. Come on, the 10 of Wands. Holding on to the buildings, holding on to the burden, holding on to the things that keep you feel restrained and confined. When really, where are you headed? Where are you going? To the joy, to the harmony, to the unity. For some of you, like, new soul family. New friends. New reasons to celebrate. You haven't celebrated, and there hasn't been much to celebrate in quite some time. Anything else? Last card. Come on. It's the 2 of Cups. New alignments. It's time for the new alignments. It really is. It truly is time for the new alignments. For some of you, this is like you're just seeing connection differently. The things you're attracted to are different. Could be the type of work that you're attracting, or the type of people. It's the type of experiences. It's like day and night from what you had been experiencing before. And it's like, don't talk yourself out of this because it feels like this is too difficult to get out of. It's being changed for you. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like when there's a lightning storm. You can't control where the lightning strikes, right? It's being changed for you. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of your own way. Okay, let's yeah, if you made it this far, let's drop me some lightning bolts, because this is a long reading. If you made it this far, you're a real writer. I'm gonna pull us like one of these affirmation cards. This is a deck that I collaborated with a friend, Janan. Hi, if you're watching this, if you see this, what's up? I collaborated with a friend on this, and if you have one of these decks, you've been rocking with me for a really long time, because there are maybe only 50 of these in the world. So peace to you. But let's go ahead and get an affirmation card. I'm feeling compelled in this Leo energy. There it is. Ooh. Let's see. My life is full of wealth and prosperity. I own that. It is. It's like, especially if you've been holding, like, some of those buildings, some of those structures could be lack mentality, right? It could be like the mentality that says we gotta struggle. It's a time for a struggle. And you know that's not true anymore. But you gotta let go of that building. Align yourself with wealth and prosperity, and whatever that means to you, whether that's health or love, like whatever makes you feel wealthy, align yourself to it. Make space for it. Space is being made for it, whether you want to step into that space or not. All right, we'll end it off here with a let's do a mystical shaman. I haven't done this one in a while. I don't remember, but that's what we're gonna do. It's a mystical shaman. Can I have one final message? Oh my goodness, this reading is so long. But appreciate y'all. The rattle. Shift in the energy. Because that's what I do. Do I even have my rattle? Where's my rattle? Oh, it's all the way over there. But when I need to like shift the vibration in a moment, that rattle can help. Some people use chimes, but it just feels like a shift in the frequency. But let's go ahead and read it from the book. Saying there's something about new spiritual alignment, deeper connection to source energy. Let's see. It says, It says, the rattle is the spirit caller, carrying the shaman's prayer to the four directions. 4. The body of the rattle is like the earth spinning on its axis. With the aid of the rattle, the medicine woman instills a desired destiny in her future, closing with the prayer, "Great Spirit, may your will be done." The rattle guides us to pray for all the earth, not just for our personal needs. When we offer our prayers for the highest good of all, everything we need is provided for us. The rattle comes to invite you to work with the tools of spirit, but be careful. They are very sharp and can hurt you and others if they are not used mindfully. Set your old tools aside and take up the drawing instruments of spirit. You are consciously stepping into partnership with the divine. This is the time for courageous deeds. Do not let your hesitation get in the way of your expression. You want to catch God on the whisper and not on the shout. What you're trying to craft to your own desires and expectations is already there standing before you. Do not spin the world to your own benefit. You are being offered the Creator's tools, which must be put to use to serve a divine purpose. What? Did I put the card away? I hope I didn't. Hold on. Where is he at? Oh, I think I put him away. That magician with all those tools. All those tools. You're being given you have the tools now. You have the tools. Use them wisely. Don't use them to try to repair dilapidated buildings. All right, y'all. That has been the message. I'm going to hop on over to Patreon and do an extended over there where we'll go sign by sign. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. Please join us. Yeah, what else do I want to say? That's all I've got. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And I'm sending you so much love, so much peace, so many blessings. Peace.